What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we have the full playthrough video of the treasure map versus Kaido. There are a couple things I do need to say though. Number one, the teams you guys are seeing in this video today are slightly different from the video that I uploaded a day or two ago, talking about my own personal teams. A couple of the mini-map bosses have slightly been altered in order to accommodate for speed farming rather than point farming. However, this treasure map is going to be like one of the last treasure maps where speed farm is going to be an actual process that you would actually want to do, because what will happen is later on down the line is that some of these bosses, or essentially all the bosses moving forward after this treasure map, are only going to be 3 stages long. You're going to have one stage where they give you cooldown depending on a type or a class. Then you have a second stage which has mobs, and then the third stage is the final boss, and that goes for the mini-map bosses. It goes for every boss moving forward after this treasure map. So speed farming isn't really going to be that big of a deal moving forward. The other thing that we have to talk about is the fact that in this treasure map, you actually require more levels to reach more points. What I mean by that is that you actually get less points per run compared to previous treasure maps on Global. What has happened here is that the amount of points that we earn per boss is actually been reduced, and while this is a bad thing, this is the exact same point structure that happens on Japan. So on Japan, it does actually take you quite a lot of runs in order to reach those 7-10 million point rewards, and on Global now they have altered it so it is also the same as Japan. So it is annoying, and I completely understand why people would be further upset with this. I also am pretty upset about this, honestly, because it just means that we have to spend even more time playing treasure map than what we already are. So even though they are reducing the amount of time that it takes to clear each of these runs moving forward, they still require you to play a lot more because, you know, you just get less points. It's absolutely ridiculous. So even if you are one of those players that, you know, even has all the boosters, it still takes you quite a long time to reach those, 10 million point rewards. So overall, pretty annoying, honestly. But anyways, you guys would have seen the team versus Kaido that we had just at the start of this clip here. Moving on now, you'll see all of the Battle Rush bosses, first of which is going to be versus Page 1, and of course this is one of the teams that I have altered in order to accommodate for the speed farming tactic. Using treasure map Zoro, we're able to use his special 2 times, and with a friend captain that equates to 4 specials, allowing us to just wave clear all the way to the boss stage. And then on the boss stage, we do get full board of block orbs. Yamato can change them into Wano for us, and then we have Who's Who and Sasaki. Those 2 characters provide a 2 times attack and a 2 times orb boost to Driven and Powerhouse characters, and everyone on this team is either Driven or Powerhouse, so it works out pretty well, and it makes Zoro and the Oven, which is from the Pirate Rumble, hit really hard against the boss, and I believe this should last a pretty long time in this treasure map. Looking now at the second boss is going to be versus King. Now, versus King, I have also altered the team once again. This time we are going ahead and adopting another speed farming strategy. Shout out to my fellow Alliance member Game Freak for suggesting the idea of Super Type Zoro as the captain, because he's very similar to Treasure Map Zoro in the fact that you can launch his special ability and also his Super Type to wave clear the enemy. And the really good thing about this event is that Zoro is actually considered a 1.35 times point booster, which actually gives him a lot more cooldown, even though you can probably use him in almost any facet as long as he's a boosted unit, because he gets that additional cooldown at the start of the quest due to the fact that he has that special potential ability, which is pretty nice. So using his special ability and the 2 super types, we can just wave clear very quickly, and even though we are wave clearing, we do still have the -2 cooldown when you activate his special. So even if some characters don't have their specials ready to go as soon as you start the run, they are likely going to be ready by the time you reach the boss stage anyway, which is a really great addition to this unit. And then of course we have some really key supports actually. We've got Smoker attached to the Sea Monster, we have Hachan attached to Nami, along with the Zunisha ship to treat those recovery slots as beneficial, Vivi support on Black Maria, we have Odin support on the Ashura Doji, and a pretty easy boss fight overall. Moving on now to the last team of the video that I have altered. From here on out, all of the teams aside from this one will also be the exact same team, I believe, from what you guys would have seen in the previous video. But anyways, we do have the Pirate Rumble V2 NL as our captain, because he just allows us to wave clear, which is really nice. and that's basically it. We're just using him to one-tap all of these boss stages, well, these mob stages, should I say. Lets us get through pretty easily. And then on the final boss stage, we get given colored and recovery slots counted as non-beneficial. So by using Jhordyn 66, we get a full board of tandem slots, and those are not treated as non-beneficial. So we just get a full board of matching slots, we get an orb boost, and we do have also Beckman we can use prior to Jhordyn to give us a 3x chain lock to get around the chain coefficient reduction. And then the other two units on this team being Whitebeard and Marco, just kind of filler units. Whitebeard's actually kind of nice because it does provide an attack boost for our team. And the friend captain here, like, we can replace it with, we can have another V2 and L if we really want to. You can use Jhordyn 66, you can use versus Whitebeard as the friend captain. There's a lot of different options that you can actually take here, but you know, it just depends on what kind of appears at the time. But overall, pretty fun team, and we'll see you guys when we get to the next boss. The final of the Battle Rush bosses is versus Queen, and this team I believe is the exact same as the team you guys may have seen in the previous video. And just using Yamato, we're just attacking normally, no speed farming shenanigans going on here. This is a very high point boosting team, and you know, I wanted to use Yamato because Yamato's the GOAT, man. We also use Sanji and Shanks in our middle row. Remember that one of the characters in our middle row is going to be switched into the captain spot, and Sanji and Shanks just seem to be the best options for that. Ideally, you can also use Jhordyn 66 here as well, but of course I'm using him in the previous team for that speed farming shenanigans. But make sure to have Brook and Zoro in this team because they enable you to get around the defensive effects of Queen, making it much easier of a fight. And Shanks is just a nice addition as well because his special ability can provide a full board of matching slots if we do need it. And you know, depending on the situation, we can have Shanks activate first, then Sanji, then use the specials of Brook and the Zoro to generate the attack boost from Shanks and Sanji rather than the ones from Brook and Zoro. But overall, pretty easy team. And now we reach the final boss versus Olin, and of course this is no different really from the teams you guys would have seen in yesterday's video or the day before video. But we do use the Okiku as the friend captain rather than Kawamatsu. I was lucky enough to find quite a few Okiku friend captains this time around somehow. But anyways, we're going to head and use that because, you know, it's a high point booster, which is nice. Now, ideally, if you do have an attack down remover Okiku as the friend captain, obviously you don't need Rockstar in this team and you could replace it with something else. But, you know, if I don't find Okiku, I can have Rockstar to enable me to remove the attack down. Now, I do have free-to-play suggestions in my treasure map preparation video. If you guys haven't seen it yet, go ahead and check it out if you guys need to. And also, I don't use ulti page 1 special at all in this fight, but you know, if I ever need the special, at least I'll have it to give me the conditional boost, and I definitely will start using it once the boss does get quite difficult. Just giving us a free 2.25 times color affinity boost is pretty ridiculous. So there we go, that is pretty much it. That's my current teams that I'm using right now versus this treasure map, hoping it all goes well, and I really hope that everyone out there watching this video is having good luck with their treasure map farming as well. As we said at the start of this video, it is going to be quite tough in this treasure map considering the amount of points that we get per run. Is a lot less than what we would have previously. So I understand that a lot of people are going to kind of struggle a little bit, but remember that when you reach 1 million points, it's extremely important you reach 1 million points for this treasure map specifically, because we do get 3 characters in one go. And this is going to be a great opportunity to pick up all of those characters. The Kaido, I think, is actually not too bad. The Robin is okay, but the Luffy that you get from this treasure map for free is also very good. And also the Jinbei is also one of the point reward characters as well. Make sure to keep playing, make sure to get those characters. But that is going to wrap up this video today. Thank you so much for watching the video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.